One of the biggest takeaways for me from this course is thinking about what stories I need to explore about myself, my organization, and my community. I've realized that I often focus on outcomes and data, but not always on the lived experience behind those outcomes. Moving forward, I want to be more intentional about listening to my students, colleague stories, especially those who may not always feel heard. Chapter 10 really pushed me to see that those stories are not extra, they are essential to understanding and improving the school community. In terms of who I need to talk with to reflect on this book, I think it's important for me to have a conversation with both colleagues and students. My colleagues can help me think through how these ideas apply to our school practices, while my students can give me direct insight into how they experience our classroom and school culture. The idea from the text that the answer lies in experience, of ordinary people really stood out to me, and it reminds me that I don't have to look far for meaningful insight. I just need to be willing to listen. As far as my plan of action, I want to be more intentional about using RASPA in my daily practice. That means focusing on relationships first, recognizing the my students already bring, and creating space for their stories to be shared. I also want to incorporate more dynamic critical pedagogies like reflection and circle discussions so that learning becomes more collaborative and student centered. Instead of just delivering content, I want to create opportunities for students to connect, reflect, and take ownership of their learning. Finally, my communication style has definitely transformed throughout this semester. I've become more aware that communication is not just about sending information, it's about building relationships, creating trust, and making space for dialogue. I've also learned to think more critically about tone, inclusivity, and whether my communication is truly inviting or just informative. Moving forward, I want to continue developing my ability to communicate in ways that are relational, reflective, and empowering for all stakeholders. Thank you.